What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. For the past 3 weeks I have been in a maintenance phase, getting my body prepared to give it a good push down, because over the next 10 weeks I'm going to be treating this as if I'm in a competition prep, because I want to see how much progress I've made in the last year. You know, I've spent the last just over a year kind of either bulking or maintaining, and so I want to see what gains I've made, right? B, I love the challenge of doing something like this. I love the discipline that comes with feeling like you're in a prep or actually being in a prep. I feel like it just drives me so much more in so many other aspects of my life. So I'm excited to kind of feel that mental focus again and see I'm carrying a little bit more body fat right now than I'm comfortable with. I don't think it's a crazy amount, but I would just like to be a bit leaner, and then we can see how we move forward after I've done that. But I'm super excited for this new challenge, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. And so what today's video is going to be, guys, is just taking you through what a day is like for me in a maintenance phase. I'm going to show you all my meals, when I have them, all my calories, all my macros, everything. And we'll even get a nice little arm session in. And the first thing that I need to do is do my check-in for my coach. So let's have a look at how the old rig's doing. So first meal in, guys, it is 120 grams of oats, 100 grams of frozen berries, 20 grams of peanut butter, a little bit of like sugar-free sweetener, and 2 scoops of whey. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you'll notice that this is basically the exact same foods I was eating when I was bulking. It's just less of them, right? And then when I go into a cut, it'll be even less again, but probably the same foods, just because at this point, myself and my coach, like, we know what works for my body, we know what I enjoy. And those 2 things really are the biggest factors. As long as it fits within your calories and you're getting your protein in, you're probably gonna be fine. So let's get this made, because I'm really hungry. And then while I'm eating, I'm gonna be doing some client check-ins. Let's go. While that's in the microwave, guys, I'm going to be taking my vitamins for the day. We've got 1,500 milligrams of vitamin C, 2 daily multivitamins, and about 2,000 milligrams of fish oils. So, today is Saturday, guys, which means 2 things. 1, client check-ins, and 2, arm day. So, gonna eat this, get these check-ins done, and then because the gym does close early today, we're gonna be heading straight to do arms after just this 1 meal. So I'm gonna get this down as quick as I can, and then head off to the gym. All right, so In the gym today, guys, like I said, we're training arms. And when I'm training arms, something that I've been experimenting with a little bit lately that I do enjoy is alternating tricep and bicep, right? So we're gonna start with a tricep push down, then we'll do some barbell curls. Then I'm thinking we'll go on to maybe like either a dip or a dip machine, then onto some kind of like machine preacher curl, that kind of situation. And then we'll finish off with an overhead tricep extension and like hammer curls, something like that. Probably like a 20-minute walk now until we get to the gym. And it is looking like it's gonna rain, so I think I'll see you there. Alright guys, gym done. It was a really good session. I absolutely blazed through it and got a gnarly pump on, so happy days. It is currently like 4:15 and I have only had one meal, so I am fucking ravenous. Which means probably what's gonna happen when we get in is that I will have to have my post-workout meal. I'll jump in the shower and then probably pretty much straight away have to have my next meal as well, just so I can kind of evenly space them throughout the rest of the day. But that's kind of fine. So I will see you for that post-workout meal when I get in. All right guys, post-workout meal here. We've got 5 rice cakes and like just a bit of jam on each of them. Probably equates to like 2.5 tablespoons of jam here. I'm not sure off the top of my head what the calories are, but I'll pop them on the screen. And then I've got 2 scoops of whey in here. So I'm gonna get this down and then run up in the shower and then immediately get my next meal. Alright guys, time for meal 3 of today now. This meal I have 3 times in a day, so it's going to be 200 grams of rice. Lovely. I cook my rice in bulk, so I basically do like a kilo of dry weight rice, and that usually lasts me about a week, like 5 to 7 days. Kind of just depends how it comes out in the cooking. And like I say, I will have this meal 3 times today, so I'll show you me preparing it this one time, and then the rest of the times, I feel like you probably don't need to see me go through the same thing again. I also do salt and pepper my food a lot. I'm not a huge sauce guy, but I do like flavour in my food, but being a British guy, that is pretty much covered by salt and pepper. Again guys, I cook all my chicken for the week in bulk. It's just way easier to do that way. I can just take it out of the fridge or the freezer and just portion it up. Salt the chicken, pepper the chicken. And then what I'm gonna do guys is I will microwave this in the Tupperware, just because I found, I don't know if it's a thing with my microwave or just in general, but I found if I cook it on a plate or in a bowl, whatever I'm cooking it on gets really hot, but the food doesn't get hot. Whereas if I reheat it in the microwave in this Tupperware container, everything gets piping hot and then I can just move it into a bowl. So that's what I'm gonna do. 200 grams of rice, 150 grams of chicken. And as I said earlier, because I've left it so late in the day to be eating, because the gym closed early, it's 5:30 now, and I've still got 4 more meals to get in, including this one. So it'll be eating now, eating an hour and a half, an hour after that, and an hour after that. So, you know, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna watch a bit of Floyd Abiad's podcast, and then I'll probably see you at the next meal in an hour and a half. Alright guys, did a bit more work on the laptop, just had like a couple of things that needed tidying up on my laptop, and I was checking for some check-ins, but some of my clients are late with their check-ins, so I guess I'll have to kill them. But it has been like an hour and a half since I had my last meal, so it's time for another chicken and rice. Again, another 200 grams of chicken, another 150 grams of chicken, and 200 grams of rice. Let's get it down. Alright guys, so with that meal eaten, I need to get a few more steps in. Probably wait another hour or so until my next meal. It'll be my last chicken and rice meal. My last sort of big meal for the day, and then the last thing I have is just a little thing. It'd be nice to move around a bit as well, just kind of help digest everything. And then, like I say, in about an hour, I'll eat again. final chicken and rice meal of the day. Again, 200 grams of rice, 150 grams of chicken breast, and I'm having a Coke Zero. I try to limit myself to one of these a day, but sometimes I fail. I'm gonna eat this and catch up on Nintendo Direct, which was today. And then after this, pretty much straight away, I'm gonna make my final meal for the day, which just gives me time to digest before going to sleep in a couple of hours. Wow, that's hot. This meal is pretty straightforward. 200 grams of Greek yogurt, 100 grams of berries. That's it. So I did tell a tiny little lie a second ago. I do also use some 0-calorie vanilla sauce just to add a bit of flavor into it, because otherwise I do find the Greek yogurt by itself can be a little sour. Just put a bit of that on, and it's basically empty. Awesome. Just gotta mix it up all good. I also find that moving it around a bit, it helps to kind of thaw the berries a little bit. The strawberries, if they're completely frozen, do have a bit of crunch to them, you know? Okay, all done. Okay, let's see, how is it? It's good to me. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, as of next week, I will be going into a cut. And it's going to be pretty intense. The plan is to essentially treat this as a prep. I want to get in as good a shape as I possibly can in 10 weeks. Now, as you saw earlier in the physique update, I'm not crazy out of shape. I'm carrying some body fat for sure, but I've still got some abs, I've still got some lines, I've still got some vascularity going on, so it's not crazy, but I'm really excited to see what we can do in 10 weeks of just absolutely pushing it to the max. And I can't finish this video, guys, without letting you know, I am currently affiliated with Hostile. So if you need any gym clothes, you need any supplements, head over to hostile.com and use code LANG10 to get 10% off on all your purchases. They're doing massive clearance sales right now, so make sure you get on it while these deals are still available. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on the video, drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna go and eat this, and I will see you next time.